Eve, 75,000 fans already booked their tickets for this game. Is that feeding into preparations a bit? Are you excited, nervous?
Oh, extremely excited. I think if you ask every single person in this group, they're excited. So for the 23 people that get to be part of that occasion and be part of history, it's looking like going to be like the most attended Women's Six Nations game, and what an occasion to be a part of. It's exciting stuff.
That competition in the midfield since you come into camp, what's it been like? Has it been as hot as it ever has been?
Yeah, 100%. Like if you look at every single position in the team, I think there's great competition. We've the girls that have been centralised at home. We've trained with each other every week. The Clovers and the Wolfhounds trained with each other every week, pushing each other, and that depth has really grown. And then obviously with the likes of the girls coming over from the PWR, there's such competition in the team, and it just drives standards within the group and on the training pitch. So it's tough. It's tough training sessions. That's all we want.
Those girls that are coming back over from England haven't played in the PWR. What has that added to the group? I suppose they wouldn't be playing those players week in, week out. How much has that helped you specifically in the whole camp?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously it's people that are used to playing each other. It's relationships they've created over there, and but even not even with teammates, but they get to play week in, week out against opposition that will come up against over the Six Nations. So yeah, it's insightful for us, but also we're very much focused on ourselves type of team, and we look to improve week on, week out ourselves. So we'll definitely very much rely on that as well.
It's been 11 years since Ireland have got the best of England. Why is this group the one to do it, do you think?
I think the depth within our squad is huge. If you look at every campaign we've had under Scott over the last 3 years, we've grown on each competition, from Six Nations to WXV, then to the World Cup. We've been playing some exciting rugby, and we've looked back at last year in the Six Nations, and especially our first half against England, maybe up to 45-50 minutes, we carried out our game plan, and we really nullified a lot of their strengths, and we look to do the same this weekend and just actually do it for 80 minutes. But also with that, we want to capitalise on the opportunities we create. We can look back and see that we have created opportunities against the world champions, and we just need to go out this weekend and do it. Thank you.
Hi there. England, they've been really topping the tables in terms of dominant contact and in tries. What kind of defensive challenge are you expecting from them?
Yeah, I think they're a team that really their power game is so strong. So in attack, they thrive off fastball. They've such fast backs and threats along the pitch, both in their forwards and their backs. But if they get fastball, they're lethal, they're dangerous. And as I said, looking back at last year, from working hard and putting in our strong defence, putting people to ground, we really nullified a lot of that attack, and we look to do the same this weekend. I'd like to bring our strengths, working hard in defence, and kind of nullify the threats that they can bring.
And do you hope that you'll get some energy from that massive crowd, and that hopefully there's going to be lots of Irish supporters there?
Yeah, 100%. For me, anyway, I enjoy playing in front of huge crowds, and there's something different about playing, in front of a crowd that's probably majority not for you. You can kind of thrive off, moments in games, and it's just exciting. This is going to be many girls' first times playing in front of crowds that are 75,000+ fans, and it's just an exciting place to be.
And how do you personally manage that challenge, that nervousness? Is it more of an excitement to take it over maybe a bit more, or is it just keeping yourself grounded?
I suppose I'm the type of person that I just want the whistle to go. I want to start the game, but I love the occasion. From the World Cup, a lot of us experience stadiums full of people, and it's you thrive off that energy, that buzz. For a lot of us, we played in Twickenham 2 years ago and experienced that crowd, and it's it's different, but it's definitely something that you can gain energy from, and that's what we look to do this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eve, you and Eve have pretty much played week in, week out together in the centre. What is that partnership like? You must know each other now inside out.
Yeah, I suppose. But even with the likes of Enya as well, like we would have trained every week together, like and then we obviously have Nancy coming in from the PWR, and I touched on it, like the depth we have in the squad is huge, and it just pushes each other, and I think that's what every squad wants. They want depth, they want training sessions to feel like games every single week, and that's what we have here, and it's extremely intense, but at least you get to put the feet up tonight.
Amazing. And then lastly, just Erin was announced as captain for this kind of cycle. Can you give us a couple of words on Erin as a captain, as a person?
Wow. How long do I have? Erin is an extremely special person and athlete. She is a leader through and through. When I heard she was captain, when I found out, I literally said I don't know who wouldn't follow her into battle. I think she inspired every single person that saw her day in, day out in this gym here, on this pitch last year. She was the hardest working person I'd ever seen. Every day she was in the gym before you came, and she was the last one out, and genuinely I don't know who wouldn't follow her into battle. Amazing. So I'm excited for her.